Yo, what is going on? Hope you guys are doing well. I'm here to break down yesterday's trades with the DTG system, the DTG indicator on gold, and show you guys the setups that were possible and the potential of those setups yesterday, Monday, market open, first window, second window, London session, New York session. And this is the breakdown, right? The first trade I took, which I posted here in the uh, Discord somewhere. Sorry, guys. Let me quickly bring this up. I was not prepared. Let me go to the analysis section. Was it in this one? It was here. Right here. So I said I'm jumping in the 30-minute, right? Hopped in the 30-minute. We saw about 25 pips profit. Price then reversed within the same candle. Hit my stop loss right here and then continued bearish, right? It happens. I'm being transparent. All the setups that I've shared with you most recently there's been a lot of beautiful setups, a lot of wins. As we can see over here, lots of beautiful setups. Last week there was 7 wins, 3 break evens, and 2 losses. But the 2 losses ended up being a total of 1 loss because we managed the risk and managed those trades accordingly. But this was a mistake on my behalf, right? Because with the DTG system, one of the key steps, and this just shows, again, I am human. I have been trading for 9 years, and I still make mistakes myself sometimes. It is what it is. Yes, I'm not making an excuse, but yesterday I was in a rush, and I rushed through this trade to get to my sister's birthday. But it was a mistake, and I'll accept that. Um, it was a setup, but it wasn't a setup with a lot of confluence. It wasn't a clear setup. This would be, I would say, maybe a C plus setup, C plus setup. And then you got B, or you got B minus, B plus, uh, A minus, or A plus. So you have all the setups all the way up, but this was not a good setup for me to take. I was anticipating that gold would drive down into my WF level, which is this overall level here, which is where it actually bounced from yesterday, which the buy setups formed from. But there was no confluence for this trade, right? With the DTG system, we have to build multiple points of confluence. And I'll show you those in a second on these trades. But for this entry, there was no point of bearish confluence. I just rushed into it. It's simple as that. I'll take the L. My first loss in a fair bit. In a couple of weeks, my first loss. So I'll take it. It's no biggie. It's a 1% loss, right? It's literally a 1% loss. And I'll continue to, I've looked over it. I've woke up this morning. I've looked back and I've thought that's not a good entry. That was not a good trade. That was my mistake. I've learned from it. I'll move on, right? Then in the Discord, in the analysis section, just before I went to sleep here last night, I posted. I'm interested in buys here, as I mentioned in the Discord live. Right, I was talking about this in the Discord live stream today. We have direction, daily, weekly, 6-hour, 4-hour bullish, confluence, weekly retracement, 6-hour, 4-hour bullish liquidity, rejection of the AOI. Right, so this was all confluence. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 points of bullish confluence here, aligning with the bullish direction. For these sells, there was a bearish direction and structure, but there was no bearish confluence, right? Not literally zero. So that is why that trade didn't end up playing out in hindsight. Looking for an AY break and tap or a signal from this level, all right? So this was posted around about 10:41 p.m., which was right here somewhere, right? Right here, just before these setups formed. And this is where I actually went to sleep. I was waiting for this candle to close to see if it would close above this level. This is at AOI level. This level is provided automatically each session, each window by the indicator. All right, so you don't have to worry about these levels. You will learn about these levels, but you don't have to worry about them. So I waited to see if this candle would close above because I was going to look for an entry. It rejected and it closed back below. So at this point, I was very tired. I was in bed like this, trying to keep my eyes open, falling asleep. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm calling it a day. I need some sleep. As soon as I went to sleep, the setup formed. It happens. This is trading, unfortunately. I wish I could stay awake 24 hours of the day to catch these setups, but sometimes I just think, fuck it. I'm super tired. I need sleep. we'll go again tomorrow. So the set after that, right? We had clear direction, we had clear bullish confluence, and then we had a 30-minute break and tap. This is a one of the 3 entry models from the DTG system, the DTG indicator. It's a break and tap of our AY levels, right? The first entry model is the signals. The second entry model is the IBOs, these red levels you can see here. These are IBOs as well as the green ones that you can see over here. And our third entry model is these AOI levels that you can see, break and taps. So that was this enables us to get into the market in any kind of market condition, whether we're trending, consolidating, or retesting, right? And again, if you're not understanding of any of these concepts, levels, how we find them, why we trade them, why we use them, how we find them, all this different kind of information. If you're feeling confused and there's a lot of information here and you're like, man, like I don't understand this at all, that is completely normal. That is fine. Do not worry. You will learn everything about all these concepts, how I find liquidity, my key levels, entries. You'll learn everything there is to know about the system within the DTG Academy, right? It's all very simple. It's all broken down for you. And you will understand this probably 1 or 2 weeks after joining the Academy, okay? So don't worry. So the confluence for these buy setups is the weekly retracement into this key zone. We have bullish liquidity here, SFLS. This is bullish liquidity. As we can see right here, creates the bullish liquidity, then grabs the bullish liquidity, spikes out, grabs it. We start moving to the upside. Also rejects this key AOI level. Boom, rejection of the key AOI level. And also we have a previous daily bullish candle, which we have grabbed the liquidity from, and which is also an inside bar candle, right? So there's probably 5 or 6 points of bullish confluence within these setups right here, okay? Aligning with the bullish direction. That is a very clear, these are A setups, right? They're not A plus because not all time frames were aligning. They're A setups, clean A setups, whereas this was like a C plus, maybe a C plus setup. And that is why these played out. Then we just have to find the entry, which was the 30-minute break and tap. Stop loss below this candle low, and a 1 to 2 risk reward ratio there for 134, 35 pips. The second one, again, 30-minute break and tap, this time aligning with a 15-minute buy signal, as we can see right here, right? And if I just use the replay tool and just go back a little bit, we can see, let me go back, sorry. We can see right here that in the top right, we get entry 332726, stop loss, take profit 1 and take profit 2 for this exact trade. So this is clear bullish direction, clear bullish confluence, and then clear entries with a 30-minute break and tap and a 15-minute break and tap and buy signal for extra confirmation. So much confirmation for the buys with these setups right here. And again, this one continues up here. And once we get the way we manage these trades, once we get a bearish closure, which is right here, this is where your move stops to break even. So our stop loss was initially underneath this candle low right here. Okay, just like that. Once this candle closes bearish, we're managing risk on this trade, right? Closes bearish, we're in a buy position, it's closing bearish. We don't want to see this much profit and then price come down and hit our stop loss, right? So move stops to break even. We get a little bit of a pullback, but then price continues bullish and eventually again hits the 1 to 2 risk reward ratio right here. Boom, beautiful. And more break and taps. Look at this, more break and taps over here, right? Break, tap, break, tap, 15-minute signal, right? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful setups from the DTG system, from the DTG indicator. And again, a 1 to 2 for 120 pips. So that's 135 pips, 120 pips. That's about 250 pips. 250 to 300 pips right there. And this one was invalid, but it was about a 45 pip loss, right? So that was yesterday. That was the setups. Invalid setup, rushed invalid setup. That was just completely my bad. It happens. I'm human. Valid setups, valid setups. And there is members who caught these as well if you want to have a look at that. Right here, caught the second buy. Right here, caught the buy. And I think who else caught it? Somebody else caught it. Yeah, another person caught it right here. 15-minute break and tap and signal and IBO. 100 pips. So there is actually real people capturing these real setups and real trades in real time, as you can see. If I was awake, I would 100% take these setups. Clean setups. Clean setups. So that is a breakdown of yesterday. If you guys are interested in learning these concepts, learning how I find liquidity, my key levels, retracements, my entry models, getting and plugging in the DTG system and the indicator straight onto your charts and catching these setups with me and the team, click the link down below. Come and ask me some questions. Join the Telegram, join the Discord, ask me some questions. Ask your questions down below in this video, maybe, if that's what you want. But that's the breakdown. Come and join us. Let's see how this week plays out. Let's get you set up with a proven system. And let's get it, man. Let's get it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.